Hey, what's up neighbors? aaFlare here, bringing you another Destiny video. With the new season of The Chosen, we have new exotic armor pieces, and for the Hunter, we have the Omnioculus, which I believe is how you pronounce it, but it's basically a chest piece with a bunch of eyeballs on it. And what it does is you get a second smoke bomb charge for all Nightstalker subclass trees, and you get damage resistance while invisible. You also get melee energy back when you make an ally invisible or when you go invisible, which doesn't really state here. It just says when you make an ally invisible, they gain damage resistance, and while invisible, you gain melee energy. It doesn't really specify who needs to be invisible to get the melee energy gains, but it's you or an ally. It doesn't really matter. But basically, it works on all the subclass trees as well as combined with a weapon, which we'll get to towards the end, and it kind of makes one specific tree way stronger than it was before. But basically, as you'll see here, with top tree, whenever you dodge, you get half your melee energy back, as well as you get damage resistance, which is only 10%, but it's still, you know, it's damage resistance. That's basically free when you're trying to escape from a fight. So it's fairly decent on top tree. Now, middle tree is where it is, well, let's just say a little busted. Since crouching and getting a headshot kill makes you invisible, every time you do that, you get half your melee energy back, making it really easy to get your smoke bombs. So in PvP, it can be a little busted, since you can just smoke somebody and then, well, that didn't work because he had his hand in front of his face, but you can just smoke them and then headshot them and get half your melee energy back, as well as get wall hacks while you're at it and go invisible and get a damage resistance while you're invisible. So, yeah, as well as it pairs with the super, so you get an extra 10% damage resistance while you're invisible in the super of Middle Tree Nightstalker. This could it pumps Nightstalker, like Spectral Blades, up quite a big bump for an exotic you can use that pairs very well with it. Now, for the tree that it is like described as working best with, but I find works not that great with, at least not in PvP, but in PvE it'll probably work very well. This is probably what I'll be rocking for raids and whatnot if it doesn't require much DPS. And bottom tree, basically, for every friendly that you make invisible, you get half your melee energy back. So if you make 2 allies invisible, you'll get your melee completely back. 1, you'll get half. 3, you'll get 1.5. 4, you'll get both of them back. And then if you do more than that, well, it's still 2 because you can only hold 2 at a time. However, I did notice that whenever you throw it down next to on yourself and an ally, you don't get the energy for some reason, and I don't know why that happens, since you going invisible should also give you melee energy, but it could have something to do with the game knowing you're throwing it. I don't know, but it just doesn't work. So just be wary of that. Regardless, this thing is it's nutty, but it can get a little nuttier. So the Rat King, whenever you get a kill, will make you invisible. So it basically gives Rat King another perk, which is whenever you reload, you get half your melee energy back, you heal, and you go invisible and get damage resistance. As you can see, Rat King, it pairs very well with this exotic, and it basically just buffs Rat King. Now, I'm not sure, I can't think of anything else that would make you invisible in the game, but if there is, make sure to let me know, because anything that basically makes you invisible is, well, it makes you have infinite smoke bombs pretty much. So if you haven't gotten this exotic yet, I recommend going to farm it out and try to get it, because it is very good. So that's basically what it does. And if you enjoyed the video or found this informative and it helped you out, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for future content. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace.